4 international cyclists in my family. However, I was never interested in cycling. I'm a very positive person. After that, a coach called Mumtaz Ahmed, he seen the talent in me. He approached me, he came to my house and he said, I will make you a national champion. I am 59 years today. I do not have any BP problem. I do not have any sugar problem. I still have dinner at 7:30 in the night. I still sleep at 9 o'clock in the night and I wake up 3:30 in the morning. Yes. First of all, I would like to tell the young generation, physical activity is extremely important no matter what you are trying to do in your academic life. Why can't I try? So ultimately they gave me a conditional chance. Yes. 7 years back when I started this academy.
Cameras, they had, but I didn't get the opportunity to see my dad.
Namaskar, hello and welcome to this special and exclusive episode of IndiGlobal Talks. IndiGlobal Talks brings to you inspiring stories of inspiring individuals. IndiGlobal Talks is brought to you by IndiGlobal Media Network that takes innovation, collaboration and growth to the forefront. And today we are connecting with you from the state of Telangana in Hyderabad in the Pen Row Cycling Stadium in Osmania University. This particular stadium is by the State Authority of Telangana State, and we are joined by a special guest who has represented India in Asian Games in cycling, and he just missed being a world cycling champion representing India by 0.04 seconds. He has many other sides. Now he is giving back to society as a coach. He is loved by many, and we'll get to know more in our candid conversation. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Maxwell Trevor. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us for this special episode. We appreciate your time. First, we would like to know, where were you born and brought up? How did you come into cycling?
I was born and brought up in Hyderabad. I started cycling actually by chance. I come from a family where I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. There were 4 international cyclists in my family. However, I was never interested in cycling. Even though I used to see them cycling, but I was never interested in cycling. I was more interested in boxing. I used to train boxing at that time. But on the 15th of August, I don't remember the year, I remember I was just 11 years old, and there was a cycling race in my colony that was conducted in celebration of the Independence Day. So I took a hired cycle, a taxi cycle what you call, and I approached them to take part in that event. But the organizers told me that you can't take part, you're too young, this is for 18 years and above. So I literally started because I just wanted to give it a try, because I was more concerned about my brothers being cyclists. Why can't I try? So ultimately they gave me a conditional chance. They said, you stay right behind all the riders, because if you come in the front, you will be a disturbance and anyway you are not going to win. So that I took as a challenge and I agreed to all that they told me. But as soon as the whistle went, I made sure that I was right in the front of the bunch, totally against what I told them. I managed to maintain a gap of almost 70 to 100 meters ahead of the bunch. It was a 2-kilometer race and I finished the race with that, maintaining that distance. After that, a coach called Mumtaz Ahmed, he seen the talent in me. He approached me, he came to my house and he said, I will make you a national champion. So I laughed because I thought it was just a joke. And he took me, he trained me, he gave me the cycle. I didn't have a cycle. There was a family of cyclists, but each one had their own cycle. If I had to cycle, I had to share the cycle. And ultimately, that is when my brother gave up cycling to give me the cycle. So my coach took me, he trained me, and in a span of 1 year, he made me a national champion. I went on to break the national record. I went on to break my own record 3 times in the course of my 10-year career. So that is how I started cycling. All credit goes to my coach, Mumtaz Ahmed, who is still in America. I'm still in touch with him. He's very proud of me, and every week he calls me and he keeps telling me and encouraging me. He's very ill now, but he always tells me that you are doing a much better job than I done. Keep up the good work. And he keeps motivating me and encouraging me. And my heart goes out to you.
Inspiring. Do you have that strong feeling that you missed by 0.04 seconds? What is that feeling you still? Anything that hunts you still?
I'm a very different. I'm a very positive person, and there's no point in regretting something. It's never going to change. I'm a very positive person in life. If I lost something, I lost it. I don't think of it. I always look at the future. You can change the future. You can't change the past. So I'm always a person who talks about the future, who talks positively. I tell my students, you cannot say negative things and expect positive results. If you speak positive words, you will get positive results. So I don't even think about the past. I'm not bothered about the past. What happened has happened. I am more concerned about the future.
We have come to know that you train for free of cost. You do not charge. And how does it go for you, and what does your family have to say about your daily activity? And we have also come to know that even having any savings in your bank, you just push in the money to ensure that students get or children get that kind of quality training.
Yes. 7 years back when I started this academy, we had nothing. In fact, I just had a few cycles that I used to use. And when I started this, my family was definitely against it. They said, you have children. My wife told me, you have children. You are thinking about somebody else's children. When your own children need you, we need to take care of them. We need to earn for them. But at that time, I already resigned from the railways. I get a pension. I have a few properties in which I get rents. These properties I managed to build when I was in sport, when I was in service. So I get rent. Other than that, there is no source of income. But at the end of the day, I think I'm one of the richest persons, that, according to me, because I have things that money can't buy. I have a total satisfaction. As the years went by, my family began to see what I'm doing. They not only changed their way of thinking, but they started helping me in what I'm doing. Today, I have my wife helping me, I have my daughter helping me, and my sons are very proud of me in what I'm doing. One son is in Japan, the other son is in Goa. They are very, very proud, and they always tell me what can we do to help this organization get better. So there was a total transformation in all of them after seeing what I was doing, and after seeing the results come from the children.
Amazing. So there is a change of outlook in your family, and now they are supporting you.
Total change on outlook. Today, if you ask the parents, my wife is part of everything we do. They are all part of everything we do. They come to the ground, they interact with the children. They also are willing to get that satisfaction that I get. And I think, I always say this, there is more joy in giving than receiving. So we have a lot of joy. We are very happy in what we are doing. I don't even get stressed out, even though my age is there. Sometimes I train with the children. But the feeling by the end of the day is absolutely amazing and priceless. Money can buy that.
People say you are a man with a big heart, and a lot of activities done by you during the COVID pandemic. At the same time, in Nagara, you have given away a piece of land to an orphanage. Would you like to tell about that?
The reason I grew up in a family where my father was the only earning member. We had a great struggle. Even the next meal was difficult for us. So I grew up, I know what hunger is. I know how difficult it is to come from those areas. So keeping that in mind, I always grew up to give the needy people whatever we have. If I have something, it is not only for me, it is to be shared. And that is the reason why this was a 400 square yard plot with a built-up area. Actually, I built a kind of farmhouse. I built it to go and enjoy the weekend. It was the final stages of the construction. One day when I met this group of people came from Kerala, and they wanted to start something like this. They had something like this in Kerala. So listening to their stories was very, very heartbreaking and very, very, I just wanted to do something. I'm just listening to them. So immediately I said, I have something. They were looking for a place to start this in Hyderabad. So I told them I have a place, but it's incomplete. The flooring is it was in the final stages of construction. So I took this group and showed it to them, and they were really impressed with this. And they didn't believe. I said, you can take it. So they didn't believe that I'm just giving it across like that. So they said, "Are you sure?" And then they, they were going aside and talking. Obviously, they probably were talking like he's in his right senses or something. That's what I feel. When I came back home and when I told my people, I was totally surprised because everyone else went against me. They called me mad. They said, "How can you give away property like that? You have brothers, you have..." And weeks went on, under tremendous pressure, but never once did I ever feel that I done the wrong thing. I always thought these people will realize it one day, I done the right thing. And over a period of time, there again, they realize they are also part of that. They go and help. We sometimes go and we clean the place, we cook for them. Some of the parents have already come there. And it is for anyone on the streets who don't have a home. They are provided with food, with clothing, with medical equipment. And some of our parents, children's parents, have been keep going there on a regular basis and keep helping this group of people out as well. Yes, during the COVID time, we decided that we will go around because we got to know that there were many outstation workers from different states who were held up, who were caught up in places where there was no food, no water, no medical attention. They were in condemned houses and they were in places where, it was in a very bad condition. So we identified these places and we took a special pass from the authorities. We went and provided food, medicines and water, and we also gave our number to them, telling them, we also gave them power banks because there was no electricity in the places they were there, to charge their phone, and in any case of emergency to give us a call, we would bring an ambulance or something like that. However, there was no need of that, it never happened, but we definitely done a lot during those days. So, as I told you, it gave us great satisfaction. We also went to colonies and done this, and the group is becoming bigger. When I started, it seemed that I was alone, but as this is going on, I met like-minded parents. They've joined this group. Anywhere there's anything like this, they're always ready to come out and help society and make our country, society a better place.
Thank you, sir, for giving out a message to youngsters and those who are up to their career. What is your message for them to do as a leader or a student?
Yes. First of all, I would like to tell the young generation, physical activity is extremely important. No matter what you are trying to do in your academic life, there's a direct link between your physical ability and your mental ability. If you try to improve your mental ability without improving your physical ability, you are definitely not going to get the best out of yourself. So my advice to all the youngsters, come out of that phone, come out of those four walls, come on any ground, take part in any sport, will take you a long way in life. And not only that, as I earlier said, sports will make you a better human being. I think I've learned how to lose through sport, because sometimes you definitely lose, sometimes you face the biggest challenges, you face accidents, and you learn how to overcome it, and that is what sports teaches you. So even if you want to become an IAS officer, an IPS officer, if you take part in sport, those challenges that you're going to face in your career as an IAS officer, you will learn that in sport, you will learn how to lose, because in life, you don't win all the time. So take up some sport, learn. Sports will always discipline you. Everyone in sport will definitely learn some discipline. They will learn the right nutrition. I am 59 years today. I do not have any BP problem. I do not have any sugar problem. I still have dinner at 7:30 in the night. I still sleep at 9 o'clock in the night, and I wake up 3:30 in the morning. So this is what sports will teach you, and you will definitely be a better human being, thinking about other people more than you think about yourself. I think sports teaches you that, because you're always in a team. You don't bother who scores the goal, but you want your team to win, and that is what sports will teach you. So this is my message to the youngsters. Come out on the field, give it, and who knows, you may have the talent to win a medal at the Olympics. Let us tap it and come out on the field. That is my message to the youth.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and your time and the kind of service you're doing for the society is amazing and inspiring.
Thank you so much for giving your time as well.
So that was Dr. Maxwell Trevor, who represented India in cycling sports at the Asian Games and many other national sports. So this is Sudeer Goutham signing off till the time we join with yet another inspiring individual with his inspiring story. Thank you.
when he was at his peak?
Yeah, we were, he and my brother were very close friends, so we were in and out each other's families. We were very close. And that's the reason we married after he gave up the sport.
He gave up the sport.
I mean, yeah, it's very natural at that point of time. There is family and
My coach, even after I was married, he told me and said, you still have to complete it. Of course, I had major accidents. I continued for a while, but then it became too much. This hand is growing around. Now it's just about. I don't have a home in so basically. This is broken, this is broken, this is broken. This is all this part.
That's what I was reading about the solar incident.
Yes.
21 fractures was not a joke. And how many countries have you traveled to?
I've been for 10 international meets, but we traveled to many countries because I went for coaching and then to go to one country, we used to go via 2-3 other countries.
Right.
So 10 international trips I made, but many more countries I visited.
He was a sports person back then. Now he's a coach and most of the time goes into the training. And how we heard that there was a transformation within the family, the outlook that you have on his activities as a sports person. How was then and how is it now?
yeah, then it used to be, as he said, it affected the family. The children were very little. We have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And the time like he spent on cycling and being out was a lot. But then now when you see the kids and you see the performance of the children and you see his efforts, he's being paid back for what he's doing. He always wanted to pay back to the sport. And this is his way of giving back to the sport. So when you see the kids, reach a level, it's something that we really appreciate and understand why his passion is so much that, the family supports him. The kids and himself definitely support him in what he's doing. And time even now, like he's out early morning, he comes back in the first, he's out, he's training, he's meeting people, training in the evening, then he sleeps early, he gets up early. So, but still, when it's time, family vacations and all that, he just takes time out and we do our family vacations. We go places that we need to.
I just can't, I don't want to stay with it anymore. This caused a little bit of problem in the inner circle. Now everybody knows. I tell them, you invite me 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there. Don't call me after 7:30 in the night. 7:30 I have to be 9 o'clock in the day. So people stopped inviting us. I don't know how long back it's been a late night dinner that we've gone for. I don't enjoy it at all. I enjoy my sleep. So we are different. We are very, very different.
See, Albanians love their wine, dance and music. Isn't it taking a back seat?
They don't know what's better than that. If they come to the ground and see the sport, they are missing out on something. This is far better than that. So they are missing out on something, not me.
They're going to miss the New Year Eve and the Christmas Eve ball at the Laragoda Institute. Is it still going on?
When they see a talent identification hunt, when the kids ride, that is any day better than that ball.
He was never injured, even when he was in active sport. His strength and flexibility was not he was never with the family, he was never around. So that was always his lifestyle. So parties and dances and music does not interest him. His love, his passion is very something.
I always tell them, you guys, what is in this? What is in music? What is in that? Come beside, come on the other side of the fence.
So, just one thing, we would like to know when did you both meet and how you both have got married?
Yeah. So actually we grew up together. Her brother Carl was a very good friend of mine. We were training partners. He was a basketball player, I was a cyclist. But we had a lot of training in common, like running, and we used to play various games. And be a cyclist and off-season training, so we used to play basketball. So I used to visit the house very often. And then She was the one who first proposed to me.
You like to now? Would you like to tell? Was it him or you?
I say it would go first together. Yeah, and it was a very long time because he was still in sport. So it was only after 8.5 years that we married because he was never in the town. He was always in camps, always out in the country. So only after he gave up sport we married.
That was 1982 that we actually got a bit close. But then from 1982 till 1990 I was out of Bangalore. I was in camps and the only way we didn't have phones at that time. So the only way to communicate was a letter. The letter used to take about 10 days to come and then again 10 days to come back. So that was a long procedure. So the communication was only through letters. And in between I used to come maybe for a day or two, just hi, bye. And the times I used to go, they are very small because in fact Lorraine is very particular about what she eats. So that's why I think she maintains, she's 55 years old and she is very particular in what she eats, the right food, the right diet. So I used to go to their house and I was a big eater. So they were all limited, proper eating. I was the one. So every time they invited me to come for a dinner or something like that, I could eat the whole family's dinner.
The ball curry and the pepper water.
Oh yeah.
Do you still cook such
Yeah, we still do.
Okay. And there is this railway mutton curry which is very famous. And people talk about that soup. I don't get the correct name.
Yeah, it's basically bone soup.
Right.
It's made out of bones. I won't say beef because it's not beef, it's buffalo. Beef is bad in India. When you say beef, people get the wrong concept. It is everywhere in India where you say beef, that is buffalo. It's not cow. So there are parts of the animal where you get special dishes like chops and soup and things, which is highly nutritious, high in protein. That is what I think even in my days, that was the main diet we had. Yeah, so then we were in touch till 1990 and then we finally decided to get married. Sometimes when I'm not here, she's on the ground and she's taking care of me. I do a lot of traveling now also because I'm with the federation and I'm with the government here. So during those times, now it's very, very convenient for me because the whole family is.
You don't have the dashing at home.
Yeah. This happened even, I don't know how they got the information, but about the ashram that we did. So even that time it was a lot of difficulties, but then they realized now they are also part of that. They come and mentor me. So it took a while, but I think the good times are here.
You can tell us how did you connect with Maxwell sir and how you are associated with the federation now?
See, to begin with, I'm Advocate Pasha. I'm a practicing lawyer at the High Court and also the proud General Secretary of Maxwell Trevor.
So, your father is a well-known coach and loved by many. He was national and he also represented India in Asian Games. How do you feel now? He's back home as a coach. What are your memories with him?
Firstly, I'm extremely proud of my dad and everything that he's doing. I've always said that back in the day, they didn't have cameras. I mean, they had, but I didn't get the opportunity to see my dad. It's amazing because I've always told my parents I wish I got into sports looking at how my dad coaches because it's there is like a coach's point of view and also a father's point of view when my dad coaches, and that's very rare to see. It's always either there's yelling and that kind of coaching, and then there's my dad kind of coaching.
Okay, so your father is a national champion. Your mom is also, I heard, she's a volleyball, basketball player. Both of them are where.
So yeah, I'm extremely proud, and to see my dad coaching so many young children is all that I know, and from the stories that people have told me, few tournaments, But yeah, that's it.